we don't have life insurance policies and investing plans for the kids and prepare them economically, you're positioning them in a space where they're never going to receive their true value. They're always going to be used to working twice as hard to get half as much and then going home and being stressed out and mentally ill because code switching is a mental illness. You literally have to have a split personality disorder in order to survive. That becomes your coping mechanism, just like the person with the schizophrenic, alcoholic, drug addicted parent. You have to come in and figure out how you're not going to step on daddy's toes and make him want to beat the hell out of you because you didn't make the cereal on time, right? So what I'm saying to you is that because you got these crazy economic parents called white folks, not all white people are bad. I'm just talking about what the history, right? You're gonna have to sort of find a way to play the game a little bit differently. And the way to play the game would be knowledge. Every black child knows how to start a business by the age of 12. Every black child has somebody investing for them by the age of 0. Every black child understands the difference between ownership and renting. Every black child knows that owning real estate and ownership is the key to power, etc. You don't have to run a business, but you should own pieces of a business. Knowledge, discipline, okay, I'm not, I'm not, I have enough self-esteem that I really don't need, I'm not interested in begging you for a job because me working next to you doesn't do anything for my validation. I'm already fully validated. And so as a result of that, if I don't like the situation you're asking me to go into, I'm not going to tolerate that. I will not tolerate that disrespect because I'm better than that. I have other places I can go. I have that powerful word we've talked about in class, which is options. Options. Think about how many times you've had to make hard decisions because you had no options. Think of how many people suffer because they have no options. Think about how many people, and think about how many people could have options if they had knowledge, taken the time to learn skill sets and opportunities that are out there that would create options, but they were trained to have no options. That they were trained to literally trained to just only know that working for white folks is the only way you can ever have any success or any money. And so you end up in this space and you're like, well, I don't want to be here. I don't like this, but I have to do it because I have no options. Well, who told you you have no options? Knowledge is the key to options. A person whose mind is wide and clear and fully informed has a billion options. The option I can't think of a time in my life. I've had my PhD for 23 years now. I cannot think of a time since I got my master's degree when I was really stupid about finance. When I had my master's, I was teaching college students, but I knew nothing compared to what I know now. And even then, when I started seeing all the different ways people make money without working, all the different ways that people build wealth, all the different ways that people build institutions, how all the mechanics works, how all these systems work, I didn't never felt like I didn't have any options. So the question is, how do we raise kids that have options? Because options are the solution. Options will cure not just your financial problems, but it cures your anxiety. It keeps you away from that mental health issue of code switching. They got us out here looking blind, deaf, dumb, and crazy. Going into situations where we know we don't belong, where you know that your life is not fulfilled, where you know that they're wasting your time, you know that you're being abused, but you don't walk away because you feel like you have no options, just like a person who's in a bad relationship because they think they can't get nobody else. You don't have a partner, you have a pimp because everything that they do to you ain't nothing but pimping. That's what pimps do. Pimps love to keep if you got a hoe, which that's what we are. We're the economic hoes of America. Let's keep it real here. When you got a hoe, you keep her self-esteem down, you keep her options limited, you keep her in constant fear. You pull that pimp hand back if she gets out of line. You don't want your hoes going to college. You don't want your hoes having knowledge. You don't want your hoes having self-esteem.